everyone, welcome to Angela's Kitchen and Everything Home. Today I'm outside on this beautiful day. I'm at my daughter's house. I love her scenery. So I'm about to go to the store, pick up some ingredients. Today I'm going to be making my stuffed squash, so I will walk you through the steps. Okay, so I'm back from the store. So this is all the stuff that I need to make the stuffed squash. So here I have a package of chicken breast tenderloins. I also have some celery, a green pepper, 2 carrots, 2 small onions, 2 squash, and a box of stovetop stuffing. So here I have a pot. I'm going to boil some water for my squash because we want to cook the squash a little bit before we put it in the oven, just to make sure that it's cooked. Okay, so I peeled the 2 carrots, and I have my garbage bowl here. You should always have a garbage bowl near you just to grab everything you need to throw up. So I have an onion here. I'm gonna cut up the 2 onions. Okay, so I'm gonna chop up the onion. So you want to make sure you cut up the onion really small, just because we're gonna, put it in the stuffing mixture. So I'm just gonna put all the onion inside a bowl. Separate bowl. Next, we have the green pepper. I'm just gonna cut that up. So I cut the sides again, just because it's less a mess, because so that all the seeds don't come out. You also want to chop up the pepper little small pieces as well. Again, it's for the stuffing mixture, so you don't want huge chunks. So again, you're just going to add the green pepper to a separate bowl and just put it off to the side until we're ready to cook it. So I'm gonna chop up some celery now. I love celery, especially in tuna. It's so good, but it's also really good in stuffing. Okay, so I have my celery now all chopped up, and that's going in a separate bowl as well until we're ready to cook it all together. Okay, now I'm gonna chop up my 2 carrots. I'm just gonna cut off the ends, throw it in the garbage bowl. So here's my dog, always in my way, especially when I'm cooking, but I still love him. But yes, he follows me around everywhere. Okay, so I chopped up the carrots in small pieces. It's going into a bowl. My dog is picking up all the leftovers over the floor because he loves carrots, but it's okay because carrots is good for dogs. Okay, so I cut up my squash. So I cut one in half, then I cut the other one in half. So there I'll have 4 squash bowls altogether. I just need to clean out the seeds. So just got to get in there, clean out the seeds of the squash. So now that I cleaned out the seeds from the squash, we are going to put it in the pot. Just going to add the squash to the pan. And we're going to let that boil for a little while, maybe 10 minutes, just to make sure that, you know, it's at least halfway cooked, so that when we bake it and when it's done, it will be fully cooked so that we can eat it. Okay, so now I'm gonna take out the chicken breast, and I'm just gonna cut this chicken breast in small little pieces as well, and then we're gonna cook it and add it to the stuffing. Okay, so I'm going to add a little bit of avocado oil to the pan. I'm going to add onion. And I'm just gonna cook the onion for about 5 minutes. Okay, so it looks like the squash is cooked enough. So now I'm gonna add the green pepper to the onions. Okay, I'm going to add the green pepper and onion to a bowl right now. Okay, so I'm adding the chicken to the pan. Put that on there. And we're going to cook this through and then add the veggies. So I'm going to add a little bit of adobo. I cook a lot with adobo. My family just likes the flavor. And then I'm going to add also some salt. I'm also going to add some garlic powder to the chicken. So I'm going to cook this stuffing according to the package directions, just to get that ready so that I can add my veggies and chicken. Okay, to make the stuffing, it calls for 1.5 cups of water. So now that the chicken is pretty much cooked, I'm going to add the veggies, well, some of the veggies. I'm now going to add the celery. And carrots. And then you're just going to give all of that a stir. Okay, so the water is boiling now for the stuffing, so I'm just going to add the 4 tablespoons of butter to the pan. In the meantime, I am stirring the chicken with the veggies. I did add a little bit of sazon to the mixture just to give it some color because I need to see color in my food. So I'm going to mix the butter and the boiling water. Make sure the butter is melted so that I can just add the stuffing mixture. Okay, so now I'm going to add the stuffing mix to the pot. Show you it all in there. Then I'm just gonna give it a little stir a little bit and just let it boil for another, actually no, you're gonna shut off the stove and we're just gonna let it sit for 5 minutes covered. Okay, so the chicken mixture is done. I put aside my stuffing to let it sit for 5 minutes. Then I will fluff up the stuffing and add this chicken mixture to it. So now I'm going to just kind of poke my squash a little with a fork. And this is just so that it gets a little bit of the flavor of the chicken and the seasoning. Okay, so I'm just gonna kind of fluff up my stuffing. It was already sitting for 5 minutes. Just to make sure that, you know, every piece is a little bit wet. Okay, so I'm going to add the stuffing to the bowl. You can see it's fully cooked. I'm now going to add the chicken to the bowl, the chicken mixture. And then we're just gonna mix it up lightly so you're not mashing the stuffing. You just want to kind of gently stir it just to make sure that everything's fully mixed before we stuff our squash. Okay, so now I'm going to add my stuffing mixture to the squash. So this is basically like a little bowl. So when you're eating this, it's so good because you can scrape the sides of the squash and eat it with the stuffing mixture. It's one of my family's favorite dishes. Okay, so I'm pretty much done with stuffing the squash. I'm now going to pop it in the oven at 350 degrees and I'm going to cook it, well, bake it for about a half hour. All right, so I'm going to make the strawberries with cream. It's a light dessert. It's really good, so I hope you guys enjoy it. So right now I'm just gonna chop up some strawberry. You want to chop it up in like maybe 4 pieces or 2, depending on the size of the strawberry. Okay, so I'm going to add the strawberries to the bowl. I'm going to add some sour cream to the bowl now. You can just eyeball it. I'm going to add some cinnamon. Now I'm just going to add a tablespoon of sugar. Any kind of sugar you like. And then just mix it up until it's completely mixed. This is such a delicious light dessert. If you like strawberries and cream, you will love this. I'm going to add just a little bit more cinnamon on top, and that's it. This is so easy to do, and it is delicious. Okay, so here is the delicious strawberry and cream dessert. This stuff is so good, guys. You have to try this. My husband made this for me when I had my surgery, because you know, I had to eat things, you know, that were light, and you know, I ate a lot of this. Okay guys, so here is the stuffed squash. It looks so delicious. So my husband's adding some Parmesan cheese on top, and it's ready to eat. Thanks for watching this video. I hope you guys enjoy the recipes, and I will see you next time. Thanks, and God bless everyone. Have a good night.